as you fade away.
Hi there, Noella here. So today I'm going to be talking about how to properly cover your under eye and prevent creasing while you're doing your makeup. I get to see a lot of people having this issue, so yeah, I'm here so we can tackle this issue together. Okay, so stay tuned while I brief you through my life so far 3 weeks from now. NYSC, Nigeria. You want to save Nigeria, Kai. So just stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing I want to go ahead to do is just clean my face. I had my bath not quite long, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean my face. I'm going to be doing a lot, just watch. I might not really be telling you what I'm doing, except it's very important to talk because I need to gist you what has been happening in my life. So I haven't been online since about 2 weeks now. I think this is my second week or thereabout, if you noticed, because I have been in NYSC camp. So I just noticed when I was preparing for the camp at 9 minutes that okay, I didn't have enough videos for, I didn't prepare ahead. There was nothing I could do about it, but the ones I had I posted, although I posted late, but I did post. So camp, what happened actually? So this one I will need to tell you, this is my normal serum, and when it comes to preventing creasing under eye, you need to focus more on your under eye. Trust me, focus on your under eye to prevent creasing. Now don't forget, like what we say, just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Do the same for the other side. So at first, when I applied for NYSC, when I got mobilized, I was posted to Kebbi. That was stream 2 batch A, however they call it. But I was supposed to leave for the June set, and I was scared. North, I can't go to the north though. That was how I thought about it. That was the first thing that came into my mind. I don't want to go to the north. I can't go to the north. I even cried. I told my mom. Okay, so this is a little bit from my my usual moisturizer, my all-in-one cream, Cosrex, and I just done a little bit when I was going to camp. If you noticed, this isn't my usual place. I'm just using this place. Yeah, I'm caught up and I need to do something about it. So, you know, apply moisturizer under your eyes. Make sure you go back and forth. Make sure you give it a lot of moisturizer. Trust me, it needs a lot of moisturizer. And then you're going to go back and do the same for this other side. Like I was saying, my boyfriend, before I got posted, had actually helped me out by giving someone some money to make sure that I get posted to Lagos, since my life now is in Lagos. But unfortunately, I didn't get posted to Lagos. I got posted to Kebbi. So I cried, and then he called the person, and the person said, okay, the only way through it is I will have to forfeit this badge and then wait for the next badge. I said, yeah, that's better actually. Immediately I called my mom who is always like, you must go for service, so I can't train you in school and then you say you know wear khaki, you must wear khaki. Okay, even if you don't want to go and bring me the khaki. My mom said, please don't go. Please don't go. I don't know anybody in Kebbi. I don't know where I will look for you if you lost. And that was it. I didn't go. I sat down back. And then the next badge, my letter was sent to me from my dashboard that I had been posted to Lagos State. And funny how my dashboard was having issues. I couldn't literally do anything on my dashboard. I couldn't print out my my letter. I couldn't access my dashboard. If I just log into NYSC, it just keeps having network issues. So with the one they sent to me, I just printed it, and just the guy sent to my boyfriend, my boyfriend, and so I just printed it and was like, okay, since it's genuine, let me just go like that. And then I went there. Okay. First and foremost, I was dreading camp. Like, I was dreading camp. I will not even lie. I was dreading camp. And because I was dreading going to camp now, I decided that, okay, I wasn't going to go in time. I was just still going to stay at home and just go late and then join them afterwards. So I'm just going to wear my foundation. So I went late now, like I had planned in my head. And then I got to camp on, I think on Friday. Camp had opened on Thursday. I arrived camp on Friday. And then when I arrived camp, I started the screening process. At first from the gate, it seemed okay until I went inside for them to check my documents. And then they told me, oh, where's your certificate? I brought out my certificate. The woman was so nice. I greeted her in Yoruba, and then they said, okay, south, this is where you was. I greeted the woman, and then it got to me. Okay, check me out, mama. She was like, this certificate is scanned. I said, yes, ma, it's scanned because my originals are at school and I'm really scared to lose my certificate. They also can be very, very, very frustrating. And trust me, certificate is not something you want to lose as a Delso student. And this wasn't even this was statement of results. And the fact that it's statement of results and you need statement of results to take your certificate is another big issue. So I was like, ma, yes, so it's scanned. And then she was like, no, you need original. So for your foundation, if you have bad under circle, before wearing your foundation, you can go ahead and just put on a concealer or a color corrector to cover up your bad circles that are on your under eye area. But as you can see, I don't have bad under eye area. Like, I don't have very dark circles like that, so I can actually afford to do away with that. But if you do cover it first, it would help you a lot. And then for the foundation, you can see I'm avoiding my under eye, but that doesn't mean that if you don't avoid it, it will still come out looking bad. No, especially for those that have bad under eye circle, just go in and rub your foundation everywhere. But if you don't have bad under eye circle, and like I always say, full coverage makeup is going out of trend and people just still want to make up and see their skin underneath. So because of that, I'm going to be avoiding that under eye area, and I'm just going to be going in with the concealer. So whichever one you choose to do, it's fine. One thing about makeup is that there is no basic rule. Just do what works for you. You understand? Just discover what works for you, what works for your skin type. If you feel, okay, I have bad under eye circle, I have to cover it first, fine. If you don't have bad under eye circle, then do away with it. Don't do that. It's just simple, you know. Whatever works for you is fine. And if you noticed I didn't use primer, I didn't use any sweat block, that's because I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying at home. I'm just shooting, so I'll have content to post because it's been a long time I communicated with my peeps. Okay, so we're going in with this next, and we're going to be sealing the under eye. Like I always say, a little goes a long way. Less is more. That's my slogan. Less is more. So, like I was gisting you people, immediately, I called my boyfriend. I said, this is what Lagos is saying. He was like, I'm in Niger State now, but people are using it over here. I said, Niger is not Lagos. So. And truthfully, see, if you actually did your this thing in Lagos, they frustrated us. Lagos State, I really don't know. Maybe because people are all about Lagos State. Lagos, they will deal with you. What you think you know, you will know it in Lagos State. Because before I actually went for camping, when I was preparing, I had already prepared. I had already gone through videos on IG, like on YouTube, sorry. I had already gone through videos. I had already done everything, like prepared myself, packed all my stuff together, and then finally to come and hear that, okay, what I packed is rubbish. Or what I know is rubbish. Lagos, if they might reject you because you laminated your birth certificate. I'm telling you, those people, they are just too much. Why I don't blame them is because we're always in a multitude, running to Lagos, running to Abuja, running to better places. And I really do not blame them. Even them, they know. Yeah, they know. The screening officers, they know. They will tell you now. When all of una don't go pay money to carry on yourself, come here. They know. So for that reason, they would want to frustrate you. So finally, my sister's flight was booked. My sister, Zara baby, she came to Lagos State, gave me my documents, and I went back to continue my screening. That was on Sunday. I had already started living in the camp, but you are not allowed to wear white with other coppers. You're not done with your registration. You keep wearing mufti until you're done. All of us that had issues, we were kept in one room and we were living our lives small. We'll join them for the morning parade. We only do the devotion and do the manual warm-up, but we can't do the parade with them. So that was how I was living there until my sister brought my documents. I went ahead, picked up my documents from my sister. Okay, as you can see, that is just about that. Like, you can see the way I blended, normal blending, just blend normally. There's nothing too serious about it. But as you can see, if you look at my under eye, you can still see creasing lines. I don't know, I'll try and zoom in this video when I'm editing. You can see the creasing lines, so that would definitely be fixed. Don't worry, just watch and see me fix it. So finally, when I got to the stage where I had passed the woman, I had given her my document, she had smiled with me and everything. Okay, I got to the place where the going gets hard. You know that saying, when the going gets hard. And the man checked. Let me confirm if your system was giving him issues. Let me not go and say the wrong thing. Or that was what he told me. Let me just make sure. Just sit down and wait. I waited, and then the next thing he told me was that, Emanuela, this is a Sunday. I would have loved to give you good news, but unfortunately I've got bad news. Your name is in Zamfara, not in Lagos. I'm like, what? Zamfara. I was like, where the is Zamfara? Who invented Zamfara? Like, that was literally the first thing that came to my head when I heard my name was in Kebbi. I was like, where the is Kebbi? I don't even know. Like, I've never heard Kebbi. Like, so where the F is Kebbi? So when I heard my name, I was like, what the is Zamfara? Hey God, what is even the capital of Zamfara? At least Kebbi, I even knew Kebbi was Bini Kebbi, Abibiri Kebbi, whatever. Zamfara, I don't know. Like, till today, I still recite state and capital in my head to see if Zamfara was ever there, even as a child. But funny enough, I don't ever get Zamfara in my head. So I was like, okay, fine. What do I do now? How do I get to this? Like, that Sunday I was broken, and on Monday they were to close registrations. Hey God. Because Tuesday was swearing in. You know, Lagos, they take everything seriously. But funny enough, when I got to Zamfara, even people were still coming, even after swearing in. But Lagos, because it's Lagos. So I was like, okay, fine. So what do I do now? At first, I cried. I called everybody I knew to see if anybody could help. The only person that gave me hope was like, they will try tomorrow. I was like, God, I can't risk it. God blessing my boyfriend. I called him. I was like, okay, what do we do now? And after much calling and no help, I just made up my mind. Zamfara, here I come. And I told him, and then we'll try to book flights. Okay, flight became an issue. Nigeria. Flight became a very big problem. Okay, what do we do now? Now that flight is having issues. Okay. I don't even know. I'm confused. And finally, he saw one. Because you can either get to Zamfara two ways. Either you get to Zamfara through Kano or you get to Zamfara through Sokoto. There was no Sokoto flight except tomorrow in the afternoon. And with the flight situation in Nigeria, God, it was not something I was willing to risk. And trust me, if I did not go for NYSC at that July, I would have given up. I wouldn't have gone again. I would have just said NYSC is not for me. I would have just sat down. And then the next thing I did was, okay, fine. God willing, he saw one on Max Air. And it was for that evening by 7. And this thing I'm talking to you was already around 5. I just rushed back to the hostel. Me, I've been sitting in that registration area crying. I just rushed back to the hostel, wheeled my box out. I called my friend that was telling me that the uncle will try tomorrow. I wheeled my box out. I was like, where are you? Priya, where are you? She said she's coming. I said, I cannot wait for you again. My pole, my bucket, everything is here. Just use it. Me, I'm running off. I just carried my bag and then I met her at the gate. Even she was having issues, but hers got resolved. Mine didn't come on time. If mine had come on time, they would have resolved it together. But it was already Sunday, so I just met her at the gate. She was coming. That was when she was coming back into the camp after the issue and everything. I just hugged her, tears in my eyes, tears in hers, obviously. I made a good friend and they want to take you away from me. What would we do now? We hugged each other and I left for Zamfara. I left for Kano rather. When I got to the airport, I sat down there. Not knowing where I was going to. God. Okay. So I went ahead, I posted on my story, my WhatsApp story, and I was like, I went to camp, I spent 4 days, but I couldn't stay anymore. Nobody should ask me, please. But trust Nigerians, now that is when they will now want to know, what happened? Can you even do that? One of my friends texted me, I was like, could you do that? Is that possible? Can you do that? I'm like, I just said nobody should ask me. Like, how don't you people just understand? Nobody should ask me. I was so pissed there. So let's get back to this. We can continue later because trust me, you don't want to even be giving expressions while you're doing this. Look at, it's already creasing. So you want to go in again with a little bit. You see what I'm doing on that day now? Like, nothing serious. Please, don't do it anyhow and come and say, is Emanuela. I learned it from, it's not me. Now I'm going to be using a brush like this and I'm just going to be patting everything in. Okay, now I can go ahead and do other things while I continue telling you the story. So what was I even saying? I got to the airport and they started delaying. They delayed though, and then from there I met people who were going to Kano. Me, I don't know where Kano is. I've never been to, I've never been to the north except Abuja. And if not because my boyfriend lives here, I'm not sure I would ever come to the north. because the insurgency in the north is so much that I'm actually scared of the north. So I just was like, okay, no problem. So what do I do now? I went ahead to the what is it called, the service unit in my church where I work, I serve. I posted on the group and I was like, I'm leaving for Zamfara. I was posted there. Pray for me, because I will not even lie, like, the not knowing where you're going, there is no fear like that though, trust me. Not knowing where you're going and knowing that I don't have anybody here. Oh, it's not like, okay, I'm going to somewhere, someone is going to receive me. Like the first time when I had to come to Abuja, I knew my boyfriend was here, he had to receive me. The not knowing where you're going and there is nobody here to receive you, hey, is a big issue. Oh. So I was scared to my bones, but I got to meet people and I started communing with them. Okay, I'm going to Zamfara and I don't know how to go about it. What, have you been there before? No. Well, you've been to Kano. How do I get to Zamfara from Kano? Then I met another youth couple who was going to serve in Kano. And then Mycely decided to have a jet fuel issue. And then we had to wait for them for our flight. They delayed our flight for 9 hours. 9 good hours. Flight of 7 p.m. We left. I even booked by 7 p.m. People there told me that the flight was scheduled normally for 6 p.m. We left airport at 2 a.m. And then we got to Kano by 4 a.m. Now we're in Kano. That was good actually, because at first I was like, okay, if I get to Kano, where do I know? Where do I head? I had already started talking to somebody. Okay, maybe I will go with you since you know places around. I'll do you have a hotel room? And she was like, yeah, she's there for work and all that. And I was like, okay, I'll go with you. Maybe you can help me out. But as God could have it now, there was no need for hotel room. I just got to Kano by 4 a.m. I sat down on the bench at the airport now. I just sat down there pressing my phone till morning. So when it was morning, I just went inside, washed my face in their restroom, washed my pubic area, and just got dressed, changed my undies, changed my shirt, and just got dressed again. I carried my bag, I folded my hair, because that was what everybody kept telling me. Just blend in, go to their local park, take bus, don't worry, they know when the road is safe and when the road is not safe. Don't worry, everything will be fine. Just take bus, go to their local park, don't enter big cars like God is good or what have you. Just take their local bus, they know what's up, just blend in. And I thought, what best way to blend in than to wrap my head? I wrapped my head though. I'll put the picture somewhere up here so you can see. I wrapped my head and I left. I came out, I met the driver, I met somebody. My boyfriend tried communicating with somebody to take me straight to Zamfara, but unfortunately, the driver bailed. So when I woke up immediately, when I left the airport immediately, I just met airport taxi and they took me to the park, and I snapped everything that has to do with that man. Like, I'm sure if that man caught me, he would literally be like, what's going on? Because I snapped his car, I snapped his plate number, I snapped him while he was putting my bag, I snapped him while he was in the car. I just wanted to be safe. So when I got to Kano Park, they were loading already. I think I was second to the last person, so the car was almost full. Finally, the car was full and we had to start leaving, and people in the car were really nice. I got to sit at the front with one guy like that. I was dozing off throughout the journey because I hadn't slept. the previous day before that, I hadn't slept at all. So when we got to Zamfara, they said, okay, where am I going to? I said Gusau, and I pleaded with the driver to take me straight to the place where they said was their temporary camp, and they had left their normal camp because of bandits issue. So the guy that I was sitting with, he was showing me everywhere though. He showed me the previous camp, and he told me how he got almost kidnapped by bandits at night by 3 a.m. and all the what have you. I was even becoming more scared. Next thing you want to go in and do is just for your under eye area. I'm just going to go in and set it. If you don't do this, that doesn't mean that it will not still come out well. It will still come out well low. I'm just doing this because I'm indecisive of the eyeshadow I'm going to be doing. I don't know if it's going to be falling on my face, so it's better safe than sorry. And I want to give myself this lifted effect. The guy was telling me how he almost got kidnapped and was even heightening my fear. But he got to tell me that these things only happen at night. So if you don't get to come out at night, nothing will really happen to you. But still, my fear was heightened. So finally, when I got to Zamfara, I pleaded with the driver. The driver took me to the school, and I paid him from the park, which would have cost me maybe like 200 or thereabouts. But because my box was so big, because I had packed for Lagos State, I didn't really pack for Zamfara. Because if I had known that I was going to Zamfara, I would have carried one tiny handy bag. But because it was Lagos State, I had packed for. I just wanted to be comfortable at the camp, and I packed a lot of stuff, and it ended my bag being so big. And because my bag was so big, my bag, keke safe, it will not even enter into keke, and to be okay like that, I just said, okay, take me. You know, that kind of situation where you have no choice. Even if they are calling millions for you, you are like, is it not millions? I will pay. So I went with him. He dropped me off, and they searched me and everything. After checking my bag and everything now, they checked me in and asked me to go and screen. And the screening I took days. Hey God. Doing in Lagos just took me that day. Just took me that day. The man at first that was supposed to sign my papers had first been like, I should go and bring I said I graduated from a Department of Science and Laboratory Technology. Yes, sir. Then go and bring your license. So I don't have a license yet. I just graduated. Okay, fine. Go and bring your proof of payment for induction, since I said I had already paid for induction, but the indoctrinating ceremony had not held yet. Go and bring your proof of payment. I had to go and start looking for where that one was. Thank God, my coordinator, Moses, who helped me pay, actually sent me the proof of payment. So I went ahead, looked for it on WhatsApp, and went to go and print it and brought to him before he agreed to sign my paper. But finally I got signed in. I just went off camera to do my brows. So after which I got placed in a platoon, and everything just went on from there. I made good friends, and I was Zamfara was not so bad as I had dreaded it, but I really made good friends, and I believe that God took me there for a purpose, to meet people who I now know my real G's that I now know. Like, I really met nice people. And finally, before we finished, before I continue, I want to do this. Our watchword for today, I want to be adding a watchword to my video. If you've seen this video to this point, know that our watchword for today is Nefertiti. And if you can be the first to write Nefertiti in the comment section, I have a gift for you. If you're the first to write Nefertiti in the comment section, write Nefertiti and put your WhatsApp number there. I have a gift for you, and I mean it. Our watchword for today is Nefertiti. Put it in the comment section, put your number and your WhatsApp number. I have a gift for you. Okay, let's continue. Now I want to see people who actually skip our video or who don't see it to the end. Okay. So finally, everything happened the way it happened. And immediately I finished, before I even finished, I had already told somebody that was helping me before. Now, the guy that I called him late anyways. I called him that Sunday I had issue. His number had been given to me by somebody that day, and I just told the guy said it was not possible because Porter was closing anytime soon. So even if he was to make any changes, they would still remove it. So I told him, and he was like, okay, fine. He was going to make sure he helps me do the redeployment, and he did it. And by Monday, I'm going to be going to the secretariat to submit my redeployment later. And I'm just praying that everything happens well and I don't get sent back to Zamfara. So however it goes, you guys definitely, you would get briefed in. Okay, so I'm just going to go off now, finish up my makeup, and we're going to come back and say the goodbyes. So there you have it, guys. This is the look I created at the end of the day, and as you can see, there is no creasing under my eyes. That is because I followed the method. So do well to follow the method, and do well to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you get notified each time we upload a video. Make sure to leave your comments in the comment section. I know I'm late to comments, but I'm trying to adjust. And what else? See you guys next week, same time. And always make sure to wear a smile, because a smile is the best makeup anybody can wear. Bye.